killer for hire to the regret-stricken being who let terrible things happen for love, taught me that some acts cannot be excused, no matter the intent, and that it's possible to sleep soundly, your conscience clear as a cloudless sky after inflicting terrible harm on someone. People aren't good. They're not bad either, mostly. They're actions and reactions, pushed this way and that by things we have so little control over. There is a black and a white, yeah, and 1,000 shades of gray between. Most of us? We think our shade of gray is a hell of a lot lighter than it is. But we each have the choice. Maybe not where we stand, but how aware we are of what we do. Responsibility is complicated, also uncomfortable. Being a pup isn't easy. We look, we observe, we don't turn away. And if I don't sleep soundly some nights, I have to believe it's worth it in the end. 1. Every talent in the city probably felt it when the Roblin arrived, but most of them didn't know what it was, not even after everything was done and dusted. There was maybe a sense of unease, a niggling in the back of their minds, not like they'd forgotten something, but that something was happening that they should know about, that was going to affect them. And then it was gone, fading into the still, chilly pre-dawn air, lost in the quiet bustle of hospital workers changing shifts, police cars idling on street corners, short-order cooks strapping on fresh aprons and firing up grease-skimmed griddles. Those particularly sensitive to bad vibes, null and talent alike, shifted restlessly in their sleep, or woke feeling particularly anxious or alert. But there was nothing to tell them why they felt that way, and most of them forgot it after the first cup of coffee and the first crisis of the day. But because it was forgotten, didn't mean it was gone. The malaise started downtown and spread, like fingers of a hand stretching out to cover all 5 boroughs of New York City, barely touching anything, yet sensing, feeling, absorbing the pulse of the city, finding the weak points, the delicate spots, the danger zones, and finding them, narrowing in for the kill. All right, people, settle down. The noise level hadn't been high to begin with, but the restless movements stilled almost immediately. It was Wednesday, and we were all gathered in the main conference room in the puppy offices, which were on the 7th floor of a nondescript 7-story brick building uptown in Harlem. Outside, I could hear the muffled sounds of traffic, trucks and buses, and cabbies in their usual dance, sirens cutting in and out like a soprano having diva fits in a cast of baritones. 7 of us, me and Sharon, Peter, Nifty, Nick, and our newest hire, Lou, and Benjamin Vennick, our boss. After the past few weeks, I had planned on spending time working on your defensive work, but... We've got a job? Do I get to... Vennick scowled at the interruption. No. Nifty was getting itchy. Literally. He'd had a run-in with a molting Estiaci 2 weeks ago, which was unfortunate, since molting made them both pissy and toxic. He'd ended up with a bad rash, startlingly bright green against his black skin, that he was under strict orders not to scratch. He was also stuck on office duty until it healed, while we'd been out on a case, and that was really making his skin itch. The first time I'd ever seen Nifty during our group interview audition for this job, I thought, well-dressed jock, and assumed he was all bulk and no brain. Working with him for the past year had proved that assumption wrong. He was smart and surprisingly sophisticated. But right now, he was more like a petulant 10-year-old than a pro-quality athlete turned paranormal PI. Why can't I... He started to ask again, his voice not quite whining, but getting awfully close. Because you're still contagious, Vennick said, not even looking at him. That's fine here, where we can protect ourselves. But letting you out among gnolls who'd freak if they started coming over in sparkling green itches? Forget about it, Lawrence. I hid a smile.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.